Are you looking for the best gaming mouse, but don't know which one to choose because of the different options that are available? In this video I will show you the top 5 best gaming mouse. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers, so whether it's price, performance or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below. Like the video, comment and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. Razer Naga V2 Pro, the most versatile gaming mouse. The Razer Naga V2 Pro picks up where the original Pro model left off. 3 swappable side plates offering button configurations suited to a massive range of genres, making for an incredibly versatile device. Though this isn't going to be one for those to dip in and out of everyday play. The Naga V2 Pro is a pricey one, but if you're as invested in MMOs as you are other genres, it's a worthwhile pickup. Packing a 30K sensor, which offered super responsive tracking and particularly nippy response times in our testing, and a customizable scroll wheel, there are plenty of enhancements here over the original model. Razer has added a Hyperscroll Pro wheel to its pointer. Not only does that grant you access to an additional 3 programmable buttons for a total of up to 20, but the wheel can switch between 6 different scrolling modes. Tension and scroll speed can be customized to change the feel and control level of the wheel altogether, stepping between tighter notches and free spinning movement. While that's not a make or break feature, it's nice to have that kicks in during productivity uses as well. Yes, the squat form factor takes some getting used to, but it proves comfortable after some muscle memory reworking. However, the heavier weight means faster-paced first-person shooter titles are a little difficult to work with. We found that the 134 grams footprint and larger domed hump kept the Naga V2 Pro from being truly nimble on the battlefield, but still provides a solid experience for everyday play. Wireless performance is excellent, and battery life will see you through plenty of sessions without RGB switched on. Essentially, the Razer Naga V2 Pro offers everything you could ask for from a gaming mouse, and does it for a massive range of players. Number 4. Razer Viper V2 Pro. Taking over from the Razer Viper Ultimate, the V2 Pro throws everything out the window. Literally, there's no RGB, only 2 additional macro buttons, and no wireless charging cradle here. Just a laser-focused dedication to speed and precision. That, of course, makes it a prime candidate for anyone after a super lightweight wireless pointer, designed purely for FPS play. While the overall design language of the Ultimate remains here, there are a few smaller details that have changed to dramatically reduce the weight from 74 grams to just 58 grams. We noted lack of side grips in our testing. Those stickers are provided, just in the wrong color, if you happen to grab the white model, as well as the slightly shorter dome along the top. Still, this pointer slotted straight back into our hands, and we were flying across the Apex Legends battlefield in no time. Razer Viper V2 Pro review. Super smooth PFTE feet, combined with that featherweight form factor, make this a particularly easy glide. Flicks and twitch reflexes were expertly picked up by the 30K Focus Plus sensor, and the attention to tracking across various lift-off heights was also particularly welcomed during more frantic moments. With so much dedicated to keeping you nimble on the battlefield, though, the Razer Viper V2 Pro may struggle to prove its lofty price tag across other genres. All that tech felt a little redundant when we tested on slow games like Planet Coaster, and even in single-player action titles like Rise of the Tomb Raider. That means we'd heartily recommend anyone looking for an FPS first pointer start their search here. But our fellow multi-genre enthusiasts might find better value in something cheaper, like the 68 grams Rockcat Burst Pro. Number 3. Razer DeathAdder V2, the best mid-range gaming mouse. If you've used a DeathAdder before, you'll know what to expect, and the V2 doesn't disappoint. If not, you're in for a pleasant surprise. This is one of the most comfortable gaming mice we've ever used, and it's superbly grippy. This mouse isn't going to escape you even if you're flinging it around in games like Apex Legends. It's the same story with the new scroll wheel. You always feel in control regardless of whether you're zooming in on your animals in Planet Zoo or pulling back for a look at the battlefield as a whole in World of Warcraft. In other words, the texture revamp is a success. In addition, the click action is crisp and responsive. The V2 feels downright and feels satisfying to use, The resistance is noticeable but not overbearing. It sits in the Goldilocks zone, and I don't know if Razer could do any better. That's because its optical switches, as seen in the Razer Viper, use infrared light beams rather than physical contact to register signals, meaning there's little need for debance delay. According to Razer's stats, the switches should last longer than in prior DeathAdder mice as well. You'll be most impressed with its speed, though. The 20,000 dpi sensor is absurdly responsive and accurate, offering greater control than most of the competition. You don't need that much, of course, but it's still welcome for those who want the quickest mouse available. The only thing I'd prefer: slightly more expensive materials. The Razer DeathAdder V2 doesn't feel cheap by any means, but I'd like more pizzas in this department, considering the fact that other, similarly priced mice, like the Rockcat Kane 120 IMO, for example, opt for more luxurious casings. Still, that's no biggie. All in all, the Razer DeathAdder V2 is a marvel, a superb piece of hardware engineering that's worthy of taking the crown. It strikes the best balance between usability, price, and features, so it goes right to the top of our must-have list. Number 2. Logitech G203 Lightsync. Want to avoid breaking the bank? We'd recommend the Logitech G203 Lightsync. As well as being aggressively affordable, it's the best gaming mouse for those on a budget, balancing a decent feature set with that low cost. In fact, its competition generally only comes from the Razer Viper Mini and the Razer DeathAdder V2 Mini. The Logitech G203 Lightsync, however, is cheaper than the DeathAdder V2 Mini and offers a larger body than the Viper Mini, which will satisfy a wider range of grip types. We did still find that chassis to be a little too small for larger hands in our own testing, though thanks to the 85 grams weight we were able to get along with both a claw and fingertip grip through multiple rounds of Apex Legends. Beneath the shell, you're treated to a satisfying but quick click, thanks to responsive switches to go with 6 programmable buttons. These are supported by an optical sensor that provides a DPI ranging from 200 to 8000. Although this isn't as high performance as other entries on the list, it's more than enough for most people. Plus, it'll still be a huge step up compared to normal non-gaming mice. It looks a lot better too. Its design gives off a sense of quality you don't always get with mice at this price range. Appearances aren't everything, but the G203 Lightsync aces that department nonetheless, thanks to gorgeous 3-zone RGB lighting. Number 1. Razer Basilisk V3. The best gaming mouse overall. Unless you're playing competitively, it's difficult to beat the Razer Basilisk V3 in terms of sheer power and value. That 26K DPI sensor is definitely a nice to have, though in our testing, we rarely needed to dial up to that kind of level. But the main draws here are the wide range of programmable buttons, unique RGB underglow, and tactile ergonomic design. It also helps that the V3 comes in $10 cheaper than the previous iteration. At its core, though, the latest Razer Basilisk is the same versatile pointer that we've always come to love from one of the best Razer mouse lines. With upgraded second-generation switches in each main button, an additional trigger button on the left-hand side, and a brand new smart scroll wheel. Though, there are plenty of new features to celebrate here. We found those new switches to be a little lighter to the touch than previous iterations, but we're impressed that they still managed to keep a satisfying response and snapped back quickly. While a little heavier than the slimline FPS mice that feature elsewhere on this list, the V3 still feels incredible in the hand and glides through larger sweeps, thanks to the improved PFTE feed underneath. However, the beauty of the Basilisk V3 comes from its versatility. This is an easy recommendation for anyone looking to stretch their pointer across multiple genres and, in our opinion, the best gaming mouse for most people right now. If you guys like this video or found this video helpful, please like the video. If you have any questions, you can ask in a comment. All the products mentioned in this video, links are in the given description. If you are new, then subscribe to this channel. Press the bell button so that you can get notification of new videos.